All right, welcome everybody to another episode here at Virtue Hearing. My name is Christopher Medina. I'm your host, and I am your hearing care professional. Today's topic, we're going to touch a little bit about what's going on in the world. You know, we got the whole coronavirus issue and how is it affecting the hearing impaired community and the senior centers. I had an experience today, which I'll share a little bit about today with you guys. And but before we get into that, I want to invite everybody, whether you're my friend, patient, acquaintance. We are celebrating 5 years in business. Yes, 5 years in business. Thank you to all my patients that are supporting us, all the friends, family, community leaders. The event we're going to have is going to be on March 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. here at our office. The address is 134 South Montebello Boulevard in Montebello, California, 90640. You don't need an invitation or anything. Just come on in. We're going to be serving food for over 1,000 people. We're going to have beverages, foods. We're going to have a health fair style celebration. So we'll have some valuable information from different doctors, different insurance companies, and a lot of valuable information that you guys can learn from. And of course, the biggest thing of all, celebrate, take a picture with me. We're gonna see if some of our patients would like to give us some testimonials on how we have helped them with their hearing and their journey, and it's just great stuff. Again, thank you guys. This wouldn't be possible without my patients, friends, family, everybody who supports us. I appreciate you. And again, thank you guys for watching my show. So, what's been going on in the world? The coronavirus has been, it's being talked about. It's something serious. I saw a podcast last night. They were saying that it can be spread just by even breathing in the same room as a person who's infected. So it's something definitely serious. You should do some more research on. Statistically, here in LA, today's March 11th. When I Googled it, it said something that it was about 14 cases here in Los Angeles. Nationwide here in the United States, according to the New York Times, there is 1,107 cases. So I'm not going to get really much into it. Yes, it's something serious. You should do your own research and, of course, sanitize everything like everybody's doing. But what I want to bring awareness to is hearing loss. Not everybody's talking about it. It's not being shared as much. But I'm going to give you guys some facts. But before I give you the facts, I'm going to share my story. So today I went to a senior center. Everybody's posting signs that if you have any sick symptoms that you shouldn't go into these senior centers. And I get it. It's totally they're trying to protect their elderly, because I guess the elderly are being affected more. But if you go to any senior center, you're probably going to be screened for your temperature, and if you're showing any signs of being sick, you're going to be turned away. So you might want to call in if you're going to visit any senior centers. But anyway, so here in the United States of America, according to the Center for Hearing and Communications statistics, there is 48 million Americans with hearing loss. You guys believe that? 48 million cases with hearing loss. So hearing loss it's way bigger. It's been going on. We have 1 out of 3 people over the age of 65 that have some degree of hearing loss. And, a lot of people with hearing loss also struggle with something called tinnitus. It's ringing in your ears. Again, they report for the tinnitus, there's 50 million Americans that struggle with tinnitus, and it's that constant ringing in your ears, and usually it's due from having a hearing loss or some type of nerve damage. So again, we're just going over some facts here. I want to bring awareness to hearing loss. There is 3 million children in the U.S. that have a hearing loss, and when somebody asks me, how do you know if a child has hearing loss? Usually if they've been struggling to engage in conversation, or you talk to them and they're not paying attention, or you see that their speech is being delayed, you definitely want to go have them get a physical, go get their hearing checked, because when you can't hear, you're not learning anything, you're not processing anything. So it's it's extremely important to know that your hearing is within normal limits. Babies are never too young to get tested. Usually now when a baby's born, they do some type of hearing screening. They'll put like some attachments to their ears, and then they'll present some tones and see if there's any reaction. But yes, babies can get screened for hearing loss, so it's never too early to get screened for hearing loss. 90% of deaf children are born to hearing parents. So it doesn't necessarily have to run in the family. This is something that can occur to just anybody. So 90% of deaf children are born to hearing parents. Again, touching on the children and kids and babies, a mild hearing loss can cause a child to miss as much as 50% of the classroom discussion. So, most elementaries, I'm sure everybody has got a hearing test done, which I'm pretty sure most elementaries are screening their students. But hearing loss is extremely important, and you need to know if you have hearing loss. That way you can get treatment for it. So one of the leading causes of hearing loss is noise-induced hearing loss. For example, you work in a noisy environment, you're exposed to loud noise, maybe you were close to a loud explosion and so forth. That is the number one leading cause of hearing loss. And also, noise-induced hearing loss is permanent, which means once you have noise-induced hearing loss, there is no way of bringing your hearing back. It is permanent. You will live with it for the rest of your life. And again, some people with hearing loss struggle with tinnitus. I don't know, maybe you might have most of us have experienced it. I've experienced it myself when I go to like a loud venue, let's say a bar or a club, and you're not wearing hearing protection. By the time you leave, most of us hear this buzzing sound like a shh, like a wind noise. That right there is tinnitus. And sometimes, in my personal case, it has regenerated to the point where I don't hear it anymore. But eventually it will be permanent. So you can imagine how having a wind noise in your ear permanently for the rest of your life is extremely significant, annoying. It will affect your sleeping. It has for me in the past. So if you're going to be in a noisy environment, you do want to protect your ears. A lot of young teenagers have smartphones now. We all have smart devices, iPods, AirPods. Everybody's buying AirPods, smart pods, whatever you want to call them. But, if you listen to your hearing devices for long periods of time at high volumes, over the time, it can cause permanent noise-induced hearing loss. So you want to monitor how long you hear music or audio and how loud you're hearing it. And there is a institution that will give you more accurate measurements for how long and how loud noise-induced hearing loss can be caused. I'll get you guys that link. I'll try to post it in comments after the show. Today's episode is just focused on bringing awareness to hearing loss because it is important. When you have hearing loss, it's hard to communicate with your friends, family, and loved ones. It can cause anger issues, depression, stress, anxiety. Maybe you're distancing yourself. It can hurry up the process of getting Alzheimer's, dementia, and we want to always be avoiding and taking, precaution of these things and trying to avoid all these problems, okay? Well, again, thank you guys for watching the show. We do have some promos for you guys. We still, here in the month of March, we still have $2,000 off a set of hearing aids for the receiver and the canal style that goes behind the ear. And again, we're offering free hearing tests, consultations, and 14-day risk-free trials of the aids. So if you guys know somebody who wants to try them out before they buy them, or even if they have insurance, we'll give anybody the opportunity to try hearing aids so they can see the benefit before they continue on the process of either buying them or going through the process of the insurance. So if you guys have any questions, please post in comments. I appreciate you guys. Follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Subscribe. We're on the podcast, whether if you're listening to us on Apple iTunes, Spotify, LinkedIn. We're trying to be everywhere. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you again on the next show. Take care now.